everybody. Hello. Welcome to the show. Andy, cut. Thank you. Good luck on the slots, Shank. Everybody, we're about to start the show. If you could get your hands together for Heath Thornton, everybody.
Oh my God, keep it going for me, huh? Oh, thank you, Andy. All right, thank you. Welcome to the Red Barn Comedy Showcase, everybody. You came out, you did it. It's Friday. You still smell like work. That's gross. Yeah, all right. Some shout outs. Let's shout out the Red Barn for having us here tonight. Fucking A. It's the only barn in the city that we can book a comedy show at. That's how rare this is. Thank you, gamblers, for keeping their addictions going. Even during the comedy show. Hit something big, fellas.
We're trying to.
And let me introduce to you the team we have here at the comedy show. We have our music guy, DJ Andy Fartin. Andy's on sound effects. He just got them. He's very interested in them. He doesn't know how they work or how they should be used in context with reality, but he's trying his best. And we support him for trying. Keep going, Andy. There are no losers here. And our fantastic show producer, Ryan Hallam, everybody. I mean, this guy, he's young, and he's already executive producer of a comedy show. He started producing comedy when he was 17. Ryan, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience? Here you go.
Yeah, I put a lot of money into this. Andy? I'm trying to tell Andy that 10 farts is a little too much right now. He's not really believing it. Heath, how are you doing?
All right, I think you've seen behind the curtain too much. Okay, this is almost too real. Why don't you go back behind the curtain, Ryan? Thank you. That was good. Oh my God, we're here, we're doing it. I don't even know if I would get here tonight. You ever get in your car, you're waiting for the backup camera to turn on, you're like, let's go! I'm late to the Red Barn! You're like, oh, I don't have a backup cam. That's just my phone in the ashtray. Because I drive a piece of shit 03 Impala. Thank you, sir. It's a classic. Yeah, 03 was a hot year for auto. You know, all the classic cars of the terror years. Oh, my good. I'm trying to work out. I went on a hike today at Forest Park Nature Center, everybody. Come on, it's pretty sweet. It's here in town. It's free. It's fucking free. I would pay to walk in those woods, but I don't have to. The city does. Hell yeah. I love going to the nature center. I'm trying to like turn my life around, get healthy, trying to watch what I eat. I'm like, here we go, man. Oh, thank you. Hey, they're getting more. They're becoming in context. That was good. That was no more spanking sounds. That was too dirty. This is a clean audience. Oh. Anyway, I was at the nature center. I was about to go on my hike. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm turning my life around. I get out of the car. What's in the parking lot? The goddamn Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Holy shit. How did they find me? They knew they must have been following me on Instagram or something. They knew I was there. Okay, too many sound effects. Okay. God damn it, Andy. We pay for those per sound effect. All right, do one more. Just get out of your system. Okay, thank you. We're really chopping it up. Do you guys feel that? The electricity. Why didn't anybody want to sit in the front fucking row? Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Toilet sounds. You didn't know you'd see such highbrow comedy tonight. For this price? Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hey, I got married recently, huh? I'm married a squirter. Wait, oh, sorry. No, my bad. Sorry, that wrong. I married a squatter. Oh my gosh! Andy, this is Andy's last show. We've tried to give him 6 months to catch up. He has zero comedic timing. Exactly. I thought something was going to happen right there. Oh, there it is. Let's keep the show going. We have lots of great comics here tonight. I'm going to be up in... Andy. For God's sakes, man. You give one guy a hockey buzzer and he just goes hog wild. Let's bring up a comedian. She's going to be working on the show here in the future, actually. We just hired her. She's going to be doing cue cards for us. She's going to be writing scripts. Right now, it's a trial by fire here. We're going to put her up. She's got to earn her keep. She's doing 5 minutes in the rectangle. The rectangle of madness in front of you people. Welcome to the stage, Sara Smola.
I want you to keep going, Andy. I don't want you to stop. Keep doing your thing, okay? Heath was mean to you. Yeah. Heath is a scary man. Okay? You don't need to let him bully you. How are you guys tonight? I'm glad you guys are doing good. I'm feeling good because I'm no longer on Tinder. I wasn't on there for very long, but I was on there long enough where I had to come face to face with icks I did not know I had. Do you know what an ick is, ma'am? No. The heebie-jeebies. All right, so just to run down a list, guys that have a photo of them holding up a fish. What are we supposed to talk about? People with cat ears in their profile picture. If it's not a Halloween photo, it's unacceptable. I'm not fucking a furry. And then guys that have photos of them with a dog. I don't trust it. I learned not to trust it. I went on a date with this one guy, and before dick appointments, I would like to meet them in public. But the thing about this guy is that he had not one, but 2 photos of him with the golden retriever. And that's the most trusting of them all. That's the best fucking dog, right? I was just like, this guy's safe. So we only met at a coffee shop. And things were going good. Promises were being made. So we got into his car. And then all of a sudden, things are going real fucking good. Splish splash good for me. I'm having a great fucking time. And then, we get to his place and he's struggling to open the door because we're so into each other. And then he opens the door, and then there's no dog to greet us at the door. And I'm like, that's weird, whatever. We keep walking in, and I make it into the living room. You guys ever look around someone's place and you go, damn, you live like this? There was just a bunch of crumpled up tissues, half-drank water bottles lying around. This man owned 1 chair. 1 fold-up chair, the kind that you can rent at a banquet hall for $2. Right next to it was 1 sock that was suspiciously stiff. You look like you have a couple of socks that you can't wear anymore. And he also had a really nice fucking TV. How do you want to have a nice-ass TV in 1 chair? And also Bob's Burgers was still playing. Why was that playing while we were out? Did you just expect to be here that quick, or what the fuck? My only genuine thought was at least it wasn't Rick and Morty. Because the type of person that keeps that show going on a loop is a very specific type of person, one whom I do not want to associate with. All right, you guys ever been around those people? You guys ever smell them? Having a great time. But anyways, he asked me if I wanted a water, and I was just like, sure, an unopened one. And I looked around, and this man had no evidence of a dog living there. Nothing. Not a bowl, not a toy, not nothing. So I asked about the dog in his profile, and he's like, oh, I was dog sitting. Yeah. The mess, not a Nick. The TV on while we were out, apparently not a Nick. You lying about a fucking dog? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. You had a wonderful opportunity to go have a nice journey on this snail trail. And you fucked that up. So that's when I found out my biggest green flags were guys that had photos of them with a cat. One time a guy messaged me, and he was just like, what's your favorite penguin? So I clicked on this profile and saw that it was the guy from earlier that had a photo of him headbutting a cat. And I don't know jack shit about penguins, but I have seen the 2007 classic animated movie, Surf's Up, featuring a surfing empress penguin. So I had a response. Anyways, we're married now. Thank you, yeah. Before anybody asks, no, I have not seen Love on the Spectrum. Too afraid to see the similarities. Okay, I'm done now. Bye.
Keep it going for Sara Smola, everybody. And let's keep that energy going for your next comic, Carson Ray.
Good job, Andy. I feel like people were being too hard on Andy. He's trying his best. All right, let's get started. Let's see here. Don't Stop Believin', Jesse's Girl, Mr. Bright. Oh, these are songs white people like. I gotta. I'm on the wrong note. I apologize. I do want to institute a rule real quick. Any gambling winnings while I'm up here will be split with me. Keep them playing, baby. Boom. 5 cents. It adds up. Adds up. I'll tell you guys something about me. I'm trying to get the 4-day work week started here in America. Thanks for the support. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm already doing my part. You know what I do right now? I just call off 1 day every week. That's what I do. I'm like, boss, you are not going to believe this. Flat tire again. I don't know. You should have done the car crash noise. He's fine. It's too late. No. Speaking of work, they're doing construction on a bridge by my house right now, and I had the terrifying thought the other day. I am bridge building age now. It's me and my peers up there fixing the bridge. That doesn't make you guys nervous? Like, I don't know if I trust a Gen Z bridge, you know what I mean? Some kid's just up there, he's like, is this a hammer? I'm like, God damn it, I drive over this every day. Like, personally, I only trust my bridges built by men with biblical names, you know? Let's get a John, Mark, or a Luke up there. Basically, let's get Skylar off the goddamn bridge, all right? And if your name's Skylar and you're offended by that, not really that worried about it, to be honest, because of your name. I do think we take technology for granted these days. Like, I know I do some silly stuff. Like, I just set an alarm on my Alexa to know when it's 4:30. I don't have to do anything. I just want to know when it's 4:30. And I'm like, Alexa, stop. I know now. But like, what if some of those jobs that like the phones and the apps and stuff do, what if they had to be done by real people? Like, what if some dude named Craig was your Fitbit? He's just following your every step that day. He's like, 1, 2, 3. You gonna walk a lot today? You know, and it wouldn't even be as good, you know, because Craig, you know, he'd barge in your room in the middle of the night and he goes, hey, not counting you jerking off his extra steps, okay? You can't fool Craig, you know? It's true. I just saw my first ever girlfriend got engaged on Facebook. Yeah. That's why you shouldn't use Facebook anymore, but it did. It kind of made me take a backseat in my own life. I realized like the only new skill I learned this year was swallowing pills. You know, not as impressive as getting married, I can admit that. You know what? Hey, you know what? I guarantee doing ecstasy with your friends is way more fun than being married, right? I just lied to you guys. I don't do ecstasy. My doctor prescribed me fish oil pills. Yeah, I'm actually a loser with high triglycerides. That's what he said. No, but my sister's in high school now. She's starting to date. The other day, she came home, and she's like, I have a serious question for you. Can you be cool about it? I was like, you know what? I'm a good big brother. What's up? And then she just looks at me, and she goes, can you get me protection? It's like, do you need a gun or something? She's like, no, protection. She can't wink. If you knew her, it's a good impression. Here's the thing about me, though. I'm kind of lazy, and I didn't really think she was going to go through with it. So I just got one of those 75-cent gas station bathroom wall condoms. Yeah, she is pregnant. Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm not that good of a big brother. I'm trying to be a better uncle, though, right? I don't know. You know, nature's second chance. No, when I'm dating, I like to take girls out on hikes because I don't have any money and nature is free. It's kind of my go-to. The last time I went out, me and this girl stopped on the trail. We're like looking out over this ledge, and then she just turns to me. She goes, "What would you do if I jumped right now?" I said, "I'd probably fucking leave." You know, we were on a date, then. All right, back to Tinder, I guess. I don't know. No, but I do have a girlfriend now. Not her. She did die from the fall. But no, she's only paralyzed. It's fine. But do have a girlfriend now. I think the best part about having a girlfriend is that it's a built-in excuse for not getting an oil change on time. You know? I'll go in like thousands of miles over, and I'm just like, girlfriend's car, dude. When I saw it, I brought it right in. That's always my go-to. Last time it didn't work out, though. I pulled that move. And the guy goes, "You don't take care of your girl's car, dude?" And I panicked, and I go, "Well, it's my side bitch's car, you know? I don't see it all the time, you know?" Yeah, please don't tell my girlfriend I joke about having a side bitch. It's not funny to her. No. My girlfriend and I, though, we do like to watch shows on Netflix, like to the point where we're not even enjoying it anymore. Like, we just watched, like, all 18 seasons of that Grey's Anatomy show in 2 weeks. I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, we should go outside, you know? But I would like to play this little prank on her while we watch Grey's Anatomy. Here's what I do. If she fell asleep the night before me a little earlier, I would stay up, memorize the answers to the medical questions for the next few episodes. Yeah, and then just absolutely blow her mind the next night, you know? The doctors would be on screen, like, all sexy and confused. They're like, God, how do we remove this tumor? I'm like, I don't think making out's going to do anything. You never seen Grey's Anatomy. It's a sexy show. But I'd be there. They're trying to figure it out. And I just start going, well, actually, if they just thread a catheter through the jugular vein, they'd be able to remove all the excess parts of the tumor without any damage to the aorta or the ventricles. And my girlfriend's just looking at me. She's like, why do we live in your parents' basement? You know, like, why are you wasting your medical genius? I'm just sitting there, like, eating Cheetos, like, lucky guess. I like to play basketball. It's like my exercises. Sometimes people laugh at that part because they're like, you're not in great shape right now. Should play more. The last time I went out, this minivan pulls up while I'm there. Like 10 8th grade boys all come running over. They're like, oh my God, play basketball with us. You have to. I was like, I'm here. You know, why not? And then the kids look at me and they're like, you go Skins. And I go, like, I'm a strange adult you don't know. Why are you encouraging me to go Skins? But anyway, I'm playing with the kids. Playing basketball with the kids. And then the craziest part of the whole thing, this kid, Grant, he's wide open. Air balls a 3. His friend screams at him. He goes, that's why you don't get pussy, Grant. And I go, whoa. And I'm like, let me stick up for Grant here. Pretty sure the reason he doesn't get pussy is because he's 13. It's not because he can't make a 3. That's why I don't get pussy. You know? This is kind of a silly one. This will really tell me if you guys are on board. I think I'm the tallest a short person can be. Yeah, I'm going to repeat that. I think I'm the tallest a short person can be. You know, I don't think I'm super short. I just know I'm the height that I've never gotten off a bar stool in a cool way. I always have to do like a little scoot and a kick to get down. It's true. Next time you see a short person about to dismount a bar stool, watch. They're going to look like Mario jumping for like a split second, you know? Like, woo! I don't like when people complain about having seasonal depression. Do we know these people? Is it you? I'm sorry. I don't like it. It's like, you know, some people are sad all year. Doesn't get better when it's March. Who just hee-heed? I thought that was a soundboard effect. How you controlling them out there, motherfucker? You're good, dude. Heath, you gotta keep this man. He makes them soundboards. Just kidding. Your laugh's beautiful. You're welcome. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Seasonal depression, the hot topic everyone's dying to hear about. Yeah. It's like, I think depression, you know, they take it too uneasy, you know. I think the best disease you could get seasonally is probably depression. Like, imagine if you got seasonal mesothelioma. All of a sudden it's October, you're just like, when's the equinox? You guys have been fun. I'm gonna get out of here on this. Don't all say no at once. No. Just kidding. I'm done with stuff anyway. I don't have any more to do. No. I meant after this one. Hey, now I'm mad at you. I was having a good time. Now you're like, done with me? I said I'm gonna wrap. My big closer is saying I don't have one more. All right, let's leave you a little more comedy literate audience. You know, come on. I'm wrapping up. I bought the mic stand back here. I'm wrapping up. That's what we do. You know, my drink's almost done. I gotta go. All right. I'm super fascinated by the near-death experiences people have. You know what I'm talking about? When people like flatline for 10 minutes and then they come back to life. The only thing I don't think is true about it, everybody always comes back and says the same thing. They're like, oh my God, I went to heaven. I met an angel. It's like, statistically, somebody has to be lying, you know? Not everybody that dies for 10 minutes goes to heaven. And I'd much rather hear from the guy that comes back from hell after 10 minutes, you know what I mean? He's like, oh my God, it was terrible. I was being waterboarded in my own blood. It was 3,000 degrees. And the worst part, the devil only plays modern country music down there. All right, that's my time now, guys. Have a good night.
Keep it going for Carson Ray, everybody. Andy, you're warming up, man. Fucking A. Keep it going. Let's bring up your next comic. Welcome to the stage, Nick Goett.
Thank you, Fartin. I appreciate that. How you guys doing? Give it up for Carson one more time. My brother's in town, which who gives a shit? My brother's a chode. Anyone else have a brother in here? Yeah, you do? What's your brother's name? Kevin. He sounds like a fucking chode. What was the worst thing Kevin ever did to you?
He put me through sissy camp and trapped me in fucking...
What is sissy camp? It sounds like you deserve to be in it, dude. That sissy camp sucks. Did he ever take your McDonald's sandwich and take the top bun off it and put his balls on it and take a picture of it? And when you got done eating the sandwich, show you the picture and say, how was your McDickin? I would have loved to go to fucking sissy camp, dude. I've eaten mostly McDickens, dude. That's crazy. That wasn't even the top 5. I'm glad they're gambling again. That's awesome. Yeah, my brother did a lot of shitty things to me. One time we went camping, and I was like 9 years old, and I brought my Game Boy and Pokemon, which is my favorite thing in the world. And when I wasn't looking, my brother deleted my game, started over and chose Bulbasaur as his starting Pokemon, and then renamed it. So the next time I turned on my Game Boy, the only Pokemon that I had was a level 3 Phagosaur. Which means he leveled it up a couple times. It's somehow worse than a level 1 Phagosaur. I didn't know what to do, so I did the only thing you can do as a 10-year-old kid. Like, I went to the campfire and I told my dad. And my dad was like, Lee, did you do this? Did you delete your brother's game and start over and choose Bulbasaur as your starting Pokemon, rename it Phagosaur? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, that's pretty funny. I was like, I'm gonna murder my entire family, dude. Summer camp's back. You guys pumped about summer camp? What up, stoners? One stoner in the back, all right. I go every year. My grandma just found out that I go. She was not super happy. She was like, it's just a bunch of degenerates doing drugs in Peoria. I don't know why you gotta go to that. And I was like, Grandma, that's not how it is, okay? It's in Chillicothe. She's dumb. My wife's super cool about me going to summer camp. Her big thing before I leave the house, she just stops me, gives me a big hug, and says, "Hey, just make sure to test your drugs." And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure, man, absolutely." Like, and I do test my drugs. I wouldn't lie to my wife, but the way I do it in my friend group is we just have the guy who doesn't have a family yet try it first. That's been working for us. I did something at summer camp last year I've never done before. I'm not really proud of it. I turned down free drugs for the first time. This dude was smoking next to me. I said, "Hey, what are you smoking?" And he goes, "It's DMT." He goes, "You can try some. If you like it, you can buy some." And I was like, "Dude, I've always wanted to try DMT. Pack it up." So he packed it up, and he put the bowl in my mouth. And before he got ready to light it, he goes, "All right, brother, are you ready to go to the edge of darkness?" I said, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, dude, this shit's evil." I go, "Are you the worst drug dealer I've ever met?" "What do you mean it's evil?" He goes, "Every time I smoke it, the tooth fairy shows up and gives me some of my teeth back." I go, "Is that fun for you?" And he goes, "Not really, man." I go, "I'm never fucking doing this in my entire life, dude." I did the next day. It's fine. I got twins. They just turned 4 recently, which is cool. Thank you. I named them Atlas and Willow, which I think those are cool names. When I named them, my buddy was like, "Dude, I think it's cool you named your kids Harry Potter names." I was like, "Dude, shut up. You named your son Phil." "This is my son Phil. He's going to sell solar." He's a fucking chode. Phil is going to be a chode, man. Yeah. He is. His name is fucking Phil. That lady thinks so. No, I know Phil's parents. Phil just got invited to a birthday party for the first time where he gets to sleep over, and they're not letting him go because the parents are poor. That was my favorite thing growing up, going to poor sleepovers. Dude, pulling up and your mom dropping you off and seeing the other mom smoking a cigarette and being like, "Dude, we're going to have no supervision right now." Fucking poor dads always had the best porn, you know? Didn't have to even look for it. It was just out for some reason. They always had a snake. Dude, the poors fucking love snakes. The poors love a good fucking snake, dude. Did you guys know that? They'd be like, "Dude, check it out." And they'd pull it out of the fucking cage. And it's like, "Yeah, dude, you know what's cooler than a snake? Is getting school supplies for your son." Son asked me to borrow a piece of paper every day. That'd be cool, too. But snake's fine, I guess. I didn't really do shit today. All I did was play disc golf. Or as I call it, getting high and looking for my disc. Dude, I suck ass at disc golf. The cool part about that is sometimes you're out there looking for your disc and you find somebody else's disc. Like a couple months ago, I found this dude's disc and he wrote his name and his number on it. So I texted him. I said, hey, is this Kevin Johnson? He said, it is. I said, I found your disc. He said, that's tight, man. When do you want to meet up? I said, I don't. Just want to let you know that I got it. That's going to be a hell of a disc for me, brother. Dude, disc golf is just an excuse to get high and hang out in the woods. But sometimes we're out there and you see these dudes taking it real seriously. Like, oh, nice putt, Jason. Gee, thanks, Mark. Got a big old backpack full of discs on. Dude, if you're one of these guys who goes out with a backpack full of discs on, just know that when you're gone, your wife is fucking other dudes. And the more discs you have in that backpack, the blacker that dude is. All right, ended on my most racist joke. Thank you very much, guys.
Keep it going for Nick. Get everybody. Keep it going for Nick, and let's keep it going for your next comic, Austin Godar.
All right, hey, keep it going for all the other dipsticks you've seen up here tonight, everybody. We've already made half the gamblers leave since the start of the show. That's just the power of comedy, folks. Rescuing people from the throes of addiction. Not these guys, they're in fucking deep. They're willing to sit through a comedy show if it means seeing green. All right, I had to quit smoking weed recently. Hey, give it up for not smoking weed, everybody. Who's with me? All right, that's very appropriate. That's trying to get a job, trying to better my life. And I was the kind of guy who, I've been smoking weed pretty much every day for several years of my life. Thought I'd have a real hard time quitting, but I found this little secret that really helps you out. Makes it a lot easier. You need to quit smoking weed. All you got to do is just start drinking and doing hard drugs a ton. You know how long acid stays in your system? Not that fucking long. That shit flies right out. It's tough. It's a lot worse for you, that method, but do you want a job or don't you, okay? Times are hard, but it works. Back in high school, I was friends with these kids that went to Notre Dame. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Okay, you guys know about this. Notre Dame, you have to get drug tested just to attend high school. You get kicked out of high school just for smoking weed. You get expelled. I got invited to a party with a bunch of them one time, and I thought I'd be the bad boy pulling up with an eighth of weed. I was like, this will probably be like a soda and board game sort of party. I pulled up, it was just a fucking room full of teenagers on Percocets. Suddenly I was the square, suddenly I was the guy going, oh, I don't know if I should do this. It's fucking crazy. I'll tell you what though, every single one of those kids graduated high school. The system works, folks. You gotta quit smoking weed, do drugs. That's my advice. In fact, fuck it, don't even take the drug test. Who needs a job? You don't need a job. More time for drugs. Now you're evicted. You don't live in a house anymore. No utilities, no rent. More money for drugs. Ruin your life. Now you live in a tent down by the river. You're there at fucking 9 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, just folded up. That's your life now. Somebody walks up and they go, dude, what happened? You go, well, it all started when I tried to become an electrician. I've been having super vivid dreams recently. That's a fun thing your brain does for you when you stop smoking weed. It's like, hey, 90% of your life is going to be a lot less exciting. Doing the dishes is going to be not the same. But when you go to sleep, you get to be a wolf running through the forest. Or a wizard fighting an army of skeletons. Real cool shit. And it's so hyper-realistic that when it's happening, it's even more believable than a normal dream. You're rationalizing in your head. You're like, I knew I was a wizard this whole time. But I had one recently that was a little bit less fun. I had one where I was robbed at gunpoint in my house by 6 people. That one was a little bit more stressful than the others. And then at the very end of it, my girlfriend came out of the bedroom and she goes, "Baby, you're not going to believe it. They stole over $1,000 from us." And I was like, "Oh, this is a dream." That's okay, $1,000, eh? What else did they steal? My PhD in molecular engineering? Some other shit I don't have? The wizard shit I could believe, but this, no fucking way. Give it up for my mom, everybody. She's right here. She loves... That joke about doing drugs is her goddamn favorite. I wasn't gonna do it. She said, "Austin, you gotta do the drugs. You gotta do that one. It's the best." I said, "Anything for you, Mom." When I was in high school, I got a stick shift Honda Civic. All right, calm down, calm down. And I remember when I got it, my dad was like, "Oh man, this car is gonna get you laid big time. Girls love a guy who drives stick." I had that car for 3 years. The only people who ever approached me about it were guys who looked like my dad. Just middle-aged, mustachioed men asking me about fucking what kind of engine I got in there. I don't know. Like, I thought this car was supposed to get me laid, not molested. Fucking dodging bullets out here. There was one time, though, there was one time I went to a party with it. I ran into this girl that I, sort of knew a little bit. I didn't think anything was going to happen, but I drove her home. She saw the stick shift. She was like, "You drive stick? It's pretty hot." And even at that point, I was like, nothing's going to happen. But we get to her house. We hooked up. It was a whole thing. Then the next morning, I was like, "Listen, I got to be honest. I didn't think that was going to happen because I was pretty sure you were a lesbian." And she was like, "What, you assumed I was a lesbian just because I, complimented your stick shift?" And I was like, "No, I assumed you were a lesbian because you fucked my friend Sarah." Wasn't exactly a shot in the dark. And then a couple days later, I took that car to school. My friend Sarah saw it and goes, "Dude, you drive stick? That's pretty hot." So I guess Dad was half right. A stick shift will attract middle-aged men and lesbians. 1 out of 2, not bad. My girlfriend is really into true crime podcasts. How relatable, right? I know I'm getting desensitized because I'll be in the shower or whatever, and I hear this narrator describing how a man chopped a lady up in his living room. And my first thought is always, God, what a mess. That's how I know I could never murder somebody. There's not enough hatred in my heart to make me commit to hours of cleanup. I'd kill somebody, I'd spend 10 minutes just dumping bleach everywhere. I'd be like, "Whew, I need a break." Just fall asleep on the couch. Cops would come busting in a week later. I'm playing Xbox in the living room. Fucking turn around, full headset on, just looking at the cops. The body's just still in the corner of the room. There's a pile of dirty laundry next to it. Fuck, I knew I shouldn't have kept putting that off. I like bone-in wings. Anybody? Hey, let's hear it for bone-in wings, everybody. Don't make this about you, Mr. Thumbs Down back there. I saw that. This is my time. I have a theory about this. I'm pretty sure part of the reason I like bone-in wings is because my parents got divorced when I was very young. I think that was a big reason. Because single dads, they'll make you a meal like they're a raccoon who had to scavenge every part of it out of a dumpster. You grow up eating bologna and mustard sandwiches on hot dog buns 3 nights a week. Does not turn you into a graceful eater, okay? I need the bones in there just to slow my ass down a little bit. Hell, I wish they'd put bones in everything. I wish somebody put bones in my weed growing up. I'd be the goddamn attorney general by now. All right, folks. Am I the only guy who wishes they would invent a less sexual way to perform the Heimlich maneuver. You're telling me that's the best we got? Somebody starts choking, you have to go hump the food out of them? That's it? I was out at lunch with my sister one time. She started choking. It was fine. She coughed it up. But it lasted like just long enough for her to realize that I was not about to do anything. I was frozen. Like, I don't know what's worse, is like doing the Heimlich on your sister or having to watch some handsome male waiter come and do it on her. Like, now I gotta fight this guy. I gotta get knocked out by this fucking jacked hero. Yeah, you're right, that one. All right, we're clearly getting into the weaker part of my set, folks. Bear with me. Not everything can be killer like those first couple. Did you guys know that the famous baseball player Lou Gehrig, he actually died of Lou Gehrig's disease? I mean, what are the odds? I feel like his parents kind of jinxed it on that one. What are you doing, naming your son after a horrible disease? Believe it or not, I did actually, that's a joke that I wrote down on a piece of paper one time. I said, I'm going to say this to a crowd of people, and it's going to kill. I work at an animal hospital. That's what I do for a living. And even that was a pretty big step up for me. Like, it was the first job I had where you couldn't show up high just every single day. Because I worked at, like, Target beforehand. Let me tell you, Target, you can show up high. It's fine. Things are going to be okay. But now, man, I got serious stuff. You know, I got doctors I'm working with, controlled substances. I got to have my head on straight if I'm going to be stealing all that ketamine. It is not easy. They keep that shit locked up. Oh, boy, guys. I've had a lot of fun tonight. Hey, thanks for coming out. Give it up for your host, Heath, this curly-headed fuck. I'm going to go get more and more drunk. Hey, have a good night, everybody.
Oh, my God. Austin Godar, everybody. Oh, my God. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. That was so great. Austin's mom just saw him kill like that. Isn't that adorable? Come on. Now, that doesn't mean that the other comics, if you do comedy, your parents will love you more. That does not mean that. Sorry. It's just... Okay, thank you, Andy. Let's bring up the next comedian. Welcome to the stage, Ryne Thorson.
Oh, my God. Keep it going for Heath, everybody. Heath Thornton. Oh, if you guys were wondering what happened to your Furbies back in the 90s, he's doing well. He's doing well, guys. He's doing all right. Okay, we got a bit younger of a crowd. This is fun, guys. I'm happy to be back in Peoria. I'm from Springfield and back in Peoria. Peoria is my favorite place to have my catalytic converter stolen. So can't wait to be welcomed here. I'm just kidding, guys. I live in Springfield. It's the same thing, you know. Right? It's not any better. We just have like a stupid capital and corruption and stuff. Like, we could live anywhere, guys. We just choose here. Like, why would I want to be on a beach sipping a margarita when I could be on fentanyl? You know, it's... Andy knows what's up. Did you hear that? He perked up. That was the first thing Andy said all night. He's just like, what? Fentanyl? Hey. I like you, Andy. You just sit back in this scary corner like the weirdest cuck I've ever seen in my life. It's just... Did anybody else notice that, though? Like, for real. Like, I mean, Andy, you've been great. I love how somebody actually hired you for a DJ gig, but instead of playing music, it's just knockoff sound effects that you possibly made yourself. I don't know. Are we all friends with Andy? I'm sorry, guys, but it's just weird to do comedy and then hear like a right behind me, you know? It's throwing me off. Welcome back. Thank you for sitting in the front, my man. You brought your own snacks, a beer. Thank you. You got here at 5:30, and we're drinking ever since, my man. Thank you. You got here early. You got the front row seat. You thought those were going to be tough to sit at, but apparently that's the only seat that's open. So Andy, fill these seats for us. Go ahead, you do your thing. I love how he's right in the exit, too. I love that. Oh, he's actually moving. I don't know if this is better for me or scarier for me, because now I don't know. I see you over there. You had a question. You were pointing behind me like someone was going to kill me. I might get killed up here. There is somebody behind me. Not anymore. I don't know. We can all escape now. The Stockholm Syndrome should wear off soon. We can all exit. I don't know if you guys heard, but you have to actually email Andy a picture of your feet, and then you're allowed to leave. All right, guys. I've had enough crowd work. How about you? I thought it was going to be crazy stuff, guys. Thought it was going to be fun. I'm 35 years old. I'm in a very committed relationship. It's a lot of fun. I think my favorite part about being in a good relationship is hanging out with couples who are not in a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know the deal. They always talk down to me. They're always just like, I got this one friend, his name's Steven. He's just like, dude, you got to get married, man. You're not in love unless you're getting married. And I'm just like, Steven, I watched you call your wife a lying whore at a Christmas party over a game of Scrabble. It was the weirdest argument I've ever seen in my life. I was like, Steven, please calm down. I know it sounds crazy, but pneumonia, it does start with the letter P, though. It does. Please put down the knife, all right, for someone gets hurt, man. That's cool. I've been doing comedy for a little bit. I did have one of the greatest things happen to me recently. I got a text message. It was on a Tuesday night from this guy, and he goes, hey, man, you want to do a last-minute gig? It's in Riverton, Illinois, which if you don't know Riverton, it's a lot like Springfield's Pekin, I guess is the best. So not a great place, you know what I'm saying? It's not the best. And then at the end of the text message, he goes, and you will be paid very well, which in comedy means you will be paid in drugs. It's a fair payoff. You've seen Heath, right? It's what's going to happen. I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I type in the coordinates. I go there. I get there. And it's not like a comedy club. It's not a barn. Place I'm doing this comedy show at is a liquor store next to the railroad tracks. Like, I'm not getting drugs. I'm getting stabbed. It's an okay payoff, I suppose. I go inside, and it was actually kind of cool. It was a country music venue they had next to the liquor store, and it was awesome. Like, it was a smaller stage, and they had like electric guitars like around the venue, like wherever the stage would be at. It was awesome. But instead of like tables and chairs, they just had 7 church pews. Weird setup for comedy, right? It didn't feel like I was going to tell jokes. It felt like I was going to read a sermon by our Lord and Savior Brooks and Dunn. You know, it's not quite the same. But I'm like, this will be fun. I ran into the guy who runs the place. His name's Jeb. Of course, his name is Jeb. Jeb was a good man. He started talking to me. He's like, thank you so much for coming here, saving the show. We had a really famous comedian here last night. Couldn't make it tonight. We sold out last night, sold out tonight. So tonight, you will be filling in for Stormy Daniels. Like, you chose me out of all people. You want me to fill in for a porn star? All right. That's cool. If you don't know who Stormy Daniels is, it was a bit of a news story a while back. You seem familiar. If you want to say, you can raise your hand. That's fine. Oh yeah, if that man wasn't next to you, she'd be like, I know her. Yeah, back in the 80s. Oh yeah. Okay, if you don't know Stormy Daniels, she was a former porn star who had an affair with President Donald Trump. What did you know her from? Well, we were in a diner in the 70s back in the Paradise Hotel in Vegas, let me tell you. So, like, that's a weird person to have, like, me fill in for, right? Because, like, I've never done porn. Nor have I had an affair with Donald Trump. So you can imagine the look of disappointment on these very old, very horny Republican faces, knowing they showed up a day late. It was like they showed up to the Capitol on January 7th. It was like, oh, we missed her by 24 hours. Damn it, I told you, Daryl, we didn't have time for the Cracker Barrel. It's just weird you chose me. Like, I can't blame them for being upset. Like, you can't be expecting porn and this shows up, you know? It's not the same. It's really not. You can be like, ladies and gentlemen, Stormy Daniels isn't here tonight. And I just walk out like, hey, everybody, I'm from Springfield. It just doesn't have the same wording, right? Like, I don't look like I do porn. I look like I'm going to tell you the dangers of watching porn. Like, why do you need to touch yourself when you got Jesus and a skateboard? Come on. I don't know. Like I said, I'm 35. I'm a pretty weird guy. I blame my parents like most millennials. I really do. I didn't have a bike growing up. Like, that was my big thing. I didn't have a bike until I was 12. And when I turned 12, my mom got me a bike from Aldi. Yeah, you can laugh at it. They all laughed at it, too. It's all right. I know who I am. Nobody wants to hang out with the Aldi bike boy. I had to put a quarter in it just to ride it. It's bullshit. I still hang out at Aldi. I like Aldi. The prices are great. The brands throw me off, though. It's too confusing in there. I talked to this guy, and he's just like, wait, you're looking for Lucky Charms? Oh, you mean Irish croutons? Aisle 5, right next to the bikes, the motor oil, and the live snakes for no reason. Go right ahead. It's too much pressure at Aldi. It's all that one-way traffic, you know. If you forget bread, you don't get bread. No. If you lose your kid, it's Aldi's kid now. He's the third cashier of 87 customers. Good luck. Spend your entire day at fucking Aldi. I've been doing comedy for a while, but in Springfield we don't have like that many places you can do comedy at, so I've advanced my comedy techniques into comedy and virtual reality. You got some headsets? Come see me at the Virtual Comedy Club. It's the weirdest. It's so much pressure because like you guys are all human, but in like VR there's like avatars. You could be like whoever you want to be. Like, you're all human, but, like, a few days ago, I was doing comedy in front of Bill Clinton and Mayor McCheese. You know the kind of political pressure I'm under? Doing comedy in front of that? I can't believe it either. She doesn't really know who VR is, but she's like, Stormy Daniels was up there. Oh. And VR is weird because, like, you do it in front of these celebrities who are, like, fake. Like, so it literally was. It was Bill Clinton, Mayor McCheese, and then behind them, an army of furries. They're loud and proud in VR. Yes, they are. And they absolutely love me. My DMs on Instagram is absolutely nuts. Like, let me tell you, it's so crazy. Like, I got a message from this guy, and he's just like, hey, Brad, I was the squirrel. If you're ever in Brooklyn, hit me up. Like, I don't think I need to put a face to the woodland creature. It's a wild time, man. I'm 35, and my favorite thing still to this day is cartoons. That's my favorite thing. My favorite cartoon to this day is still Scooby-Doo. Scooby's like my favorite, and like I think the world would be better if we had more Scooby-Doo, you know? I think that's what we need. I think it would solve a lot of problems. But instead of bringing Scooby back as like a cartoon going after like goblins and ghouls, we bring them back and go after real criminals. I want to see a Scooby-Doo crime drama. Like, imagine Scooby and the gang on a desolate island. They get the bad guy. They get him all wound up, you know, do that unmasking that. Jeffrey Epstein? Oh, well, I thought he killed himself. Oh, the cameras were off. And Jeffrey Epstein's sitting there all mad, just like, yeah, I was trafficking kids to political elites. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you sexy teenagers. Yeah. Be fun, right? I'd totally watch that show. And like, because Scooby would release the files. He would. Fred would be on the files. Let's be all right. Let's be real. Fred's on the files. Fred's on the files. It'd be fun because you would do it with anybody. Just, P. Diddy. Oh, thank good we got him this time before he slipped through our fingers again, you know. Oh, my God. That really is the dumbest joke I think I ever tell. Like, really. I live in Springfield. I work for the state. It's kind of like the thing we do there. And like, if you've ever heard anything about state workers, like you think like they're lazy and they're dumb. We 100% are. Each and every one. I work with the dumbest people you've ever met in your life. We just got a building-wide email that said what we can and cannot flush down the toilet. It's a real email we got. You know how crazy that is? Apparently, also, our HR department is investigating 2 people having sex in a conference room. I haven't written a joke for that because I just learned about it this afternoon. It's the greatest joke ever because it just keeps advancing with more and more crazy stuff. We also had to stop the investigation of the man who was ejaculating into the stairwell because he decided he was going to circle on a map the many places around our building, which he has also masturbated in. So that was actually dropped. But we got this new system that's a lot of fun. Here's another thing that happened for me. I was working with this new guy. New guy's named Greg. Greg's an interesting man. He was in my cubicle. We were having a food day. We have a lot of food days. Not a lot of work days. A lot of food days. Greg was eating some cookies and he was drinking some fruit punch in my cubicle. Greg couldn't finish his fruit punch, so instead of Greg, pouring it down the drain, he just pours it on the carpet. Just. I'm just like, Greg, dude, what are you doing? Like, he's just like, what are you talking about, man? It's carpet. It absorbs it. It's what carpet's for. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, you know what? To be honest, I don't know what carpet is for. I don't think it's that, though. I don't think it's just like some state worker puppy pad. I don't think so. So I did some research on old Greg. Greg, apparently, before he got a job at the state, earned a nursing degree. Things could have been a lot worse if old Greg decided to follow his medical dreams. Let me tell you. Could you guys imagine getting injured, going to the hospital, and Nurse Greg just comes waddling in, just spilling hospital fluids on hospital floors, just out there stabbing kids with needles? Like, why find a vein? His arm just absorbs it. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to get on out of here. My name is Ryne Thorson. Let's give it up to our favorite Heath Thornton. Why is this mic stand so tall?
Keep it going for Ryne Thorson, everybody. Ryan is from Springfield. He drove up here out of the kindness of his heart. I told him, if you give me $30, you can be on the show. And damn it, he came. Fuck yeah. Ryan runs shows in Springfield, Illinois. So if you're ever down there, check out Ryan's shows. He hosts them at Buzz Bomb. I think he does them at the sewer treatment plant. All sorts of stuff down there. It's fun. All right. This guy, this is why we threw the show. This guy coming to the stage right now. Neil DaCosta, everybody. Wait, not yet, Neil. Not yet, Neil. This is significant. Neil is here on a student visa. But he's leaving the country because the president deported him. Neil showed up on Trump's enemies list. He was too liberal and funny. He had to be thrown out of the country. No, don't leave yet. He's not deported yet. He's here tonight still. Don't go. He's here. He's right there. Look at him. Come on. Oh, come on. He's being thrown out of the country. Look at him in the face. Oh, you're making him so sad. So let's catch him now while we can. Welcome to the stage, the fantastic Neil DaCosta.
I don't understand how people wake up and choose violence. Because I wake up and choose to go back to sleep. I recently had an ugly spat with a coworker. He called me ugly, I spat on him. My friends tell me that I'm an introvert and I don't believe it. I don't believe I have friends. I don't hang out much with my family either. I've been away from my family for a while, and that has made me realize that you value something only when you're away from it. Right? You value something only when you're away from it. Which is why if you want me to value you, stay away from me. Some people say I'm passive aggressive. I don't think I'm passive aggressive. I think I am aggressively passive. Like, I am so passive I can make you aggressive. I think the most passive aggressive thing you can say is preoccupied. Because preoccupied means occupied. Like, we didn't have to pre that. That's passive aggressive. Like, if you ask me if I'm available, I can just say I'm occupied. I don't have to say I'm preoccupied. Like, I have to tell you that I was occupied before you asked me. That's passive aggressive. I think a lot of words starting with pre should not be words. Like, another example is prehistoric. That's historic. How historic is prehistoric? That should not be a word. How do you explain prehistoric? Like, do you know about the past? Before that. I used to have a friend whose hobby was bird watching. Bird watching, that's his entire hobby. Like, there's a bird, he's watching it. He has fun doing that. I don't think bird watching can be a hobby, it's eyesight. Calling bird watching a hobby is offensive to blind people. Like, every other hobby needs you to put some effort, right? This guy, he just had to open his eyes. When he told me his hobby was bird watching, my hobby was not being friends with him anymore. Do you know that it's possible to have bird watching accidents? Yeah, it's true, a bird watching accident. A bird watching accident is called blinking. I don't think bird watching is a hobby, but a lot of people do. A lot of people watch birds using binoculars, which is weird. Like, if you're watching birds using binoculars, you're not a bird watcher. You're a bird creep. Like, if you want to watch a bird, just watch a bird. Why do you need to zoom in? You know? Like, if you're walking outside, you find someone staring at you through binoculars. What would you do? Would you call them a people watcher? No, you wouldn't, right? You would call the police. Bird watching is not even the skill. The skill is identifying the birds that you're watching. Right? If you don't identify the birds that you're watching, every bird for you is a UFO. Normal people identify normal birds. Bird watchers refuse to recognize normal birds. They want exotic birds. For example, the other day I saw a pigeon. I showed it to my bird watching friend. I was like, look, there's a pigeon. Watch it. He was like, that's not a bird. I can see it every day. That's not a bird. So then I showed him the bird he deserved to see. I think the only thing that's more pointless than bird watching is sightseeing. What else do you do with sight? You can just see it. Sightseeing has the same meaning as seeing. Why did we complicate that? Like right now, I'm talking, you're listening. I'm not word talking, you're not sound listening. It was that simple. I think if bird watching is a hobby, watching anything should be a hobby. Right? Like right now, I'm you watching, you're me watching, that should be a hobby. My favorite idea for a hobby is watching bird watchers. I am a bird watcher. No, I'm kidding. I have real hobbies. I like taking online IQ tests. Because every time you take an IQ test online, your IQ increases. Because every time they have the same questions. So by the 15th time, I was smarter than Einstein. I took an IQ test online right before coming here. Now I have the highest IQ ever. I'm going to take it again tomorrow and beat that score. I have the highest IQ ever, but when I tell people that I have the highest IQ ever, I tell them that I'm the smartest person ever. And they don't believe me. And they don't say that I'm not smart. They say things like, intelligence is subjective. They're like, intelligence is subjective. I'm like, no, you are stupid. I have proof. My IQ is higher than your phone number. I have the highest IQ ever, but I don't punch down. I don't do jokes about people who have a low IQ. Because, there's a good chance that they won't get it. I work for the government in the day. I do stand up at night. Which means I contribute towards government inefficiency in the day. And I criticize it at night. No, I'm kidding. I don't criticize the government. I love the government. Government's the best. There's nothing better than government. I love the government. It's illegal to not love the government. I think working for the government and doing stand-up, those are two of the laziest things you can do. And I do both. I am the best at being lazy. Like, people admire how good I am at being lazy. Like, the other day, someone came up to me and they were like, can you teach me how to be lazy? And I was like, no. I don't think people who are lactose intolerant are really lactose intolerant. Like, I don't think they're intolerant enough about lactose. Like, I've not seen them protesting on the street. I've not seen them outside ice cream shops going, fuck lactose. I've not seen them on Twitter going, lactose should go back to where it came from. I'm just saying that's not intolerance. Like, intolerance should make other people uncomfortable, not you. Right? If you're intolerant and you feel bad about it, that's not intolerance, that's low self-esteem. I'm just saying that's not intolerance. I am lactose intolerant. I live in Springfield now. Do you know in Springfield, about a month back, There was a car that ran through a Baskin Robbins. Yeah, that's lactose intolerance. That's the best example of lactose intolerance. I used to have a roommate. He committed suicide. That was sad. That's all I have. I'm sad. That was a moment of silence. No, I'm sad because one day before he died, we had a huge argument. Now, I don't usually fight or argue with people, but I think that one was necessary. Because, he kept crossing boundaries. And I felt like I had to address it. Because he kept crossing boundaries. So I addressed it. I was like, you need to stop crossing boundaries. We had a huge argument. And the next day he jumped off the roof. Like there was a sign on the roof that said, do not jump. But that's just another boundary crossed. That was the only time I argued with him and I won. I now pay double the rent. Worth it. I mean, I feel bad about it, but he crossed a boundary. He died doing what he loved. And I think that's sad. I don't understand why people glorify dying doing what they love. Right? I don't want to die doing what I love. Like if I die doing what I loved, my last thoughts would be, I love the wrong thing. I don't want that. I would prefer dying doing what I hate. Like if I'm doing something I hate and I die, I'd be like, thank God. I would die a believer. Like if you die doing what you hate, your last thoughts are, I was right. I hated the right. That's the coolest way to die. But my roommate, he died doing what he loved because, he deserved it. Have you noticed how when someone dies, we say that they're late, but we also say that they're gone too soon? I think that's confusing. I have a solution though. I think if you die after you're 70 years old, you're late. But if you die before you were born, you're gone too soon. Like between birth and 70, you just die on time. Like, I don't think if you die after you were born, I don't think you can be gone too soon. Because, you could have gone sooner. It's just science. It's just science. I didn't make it up. It's science. My roommate died when he was 23 years old, and he was late. He could have gone much sooner. Like 23 years sooner. Like I would not have to write this joke if he would have gone. That's a huge sacrifice for a comic. I am ready to make that. I like listening to music. I think bands make better music than what solo artists do. But I think bands make music that's so good that they don't focus on other aspects of music making. Like music videos. For example, I was listening to the song called Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. Great song, great lyrics, but the lyrics don't match the music video. Right? The lyrics of the song go, I walk alone, I walk alone. And the music video is all of them walking together. I love bands. My favorite singer is from a band called Queen. His name is Freddie Mercury. Greatest singer ever. I don't think anyone's as good as Freddie Mercury. I can't imagine anyone doing what Freddie Mercury has done. Like, can you imagine writing a song called Don't Stop Me Now and then getting stopped by AIDS? I think Freddie Mercury was gone too soon. Right? Yeah. But he died doing what he loved. So it's good to be here though. It's great to be here. The last time I was in Peoria, I was at the Jukebox Comedy Club. I did like a 5-minute set. It went very well. I did well. But then the comic after me, he came up on stage and he did a joke about me, in which he implied that I was funny only because of my accent. And then he bombed for 5 minutes. Greatest night of my life. Like, better than the day my roommate died. Love it when that happens. He bombed for 5 minutes. I went up to him. I was like, you know the accent is funny. Just do that. And then I hit him with a car and went to Baskin Robbins. Alright, I think I'm almost out of time, so I'm just going to say one last thing and then leave. Just one last thing, listen very carefully. Bye.
Keep it going for Neil DaCosta, everybody. None of the comics are strong enough to work this mic stand. The musicians in town have these big burly paws, evidently. And they tighten it too much. They knew we were using it, those bastards. All right, we got something special to close. We're going to do a roast to close the show. We're going to do a roast battle. You guys like that? All right, we got one more comic, and then we're going to do that, okay? Quick set from our very own Ryan Hallam, everybody.
Thank you. I was the guy in the headset earlier. Could you tell? I was really into character there for a minute. I don't know. Thanks for coming out. I mean, it's a big deal to be out here. I mean, think of how many reels you guys could have watched instead of coming here. You could have seen like 600 shorts or something instead. You're watching live comedy, so that's nice of you. I just got done with community college. Thank you, yeah. I went to ICC. I don't know, I always kind of thought there was something wrong with going to ICC because every time I told someone I went to ICC, they said, listen, there's nothing wrong with going to ICC. You know, you can get your gen eds done. It's the smart decision. Like, I already work there. I already go there. You don't have to convince me to go there. Messed up the first joke of the night. That's a good start. Now I got to ISU. Thank you. Yeah. We were a little delayed there, but that's fine. I'm an English major, so I feel like that's pretty embarrassing, really. But I don't know. This semester I'm in 2 literature classes, so it's kind of a lot of reading. So sometimes I get stressed out, but I'm friends with somebody that's pretty blue collar. He's a plumber. So that just makes it really hard to complain about my day to him, you know? It's like I'll call him up. He'd be like, hey, Jack, how's it going? And he's like, I'm doing all right. I'm just in a sewer covered in shit right now. He's like, but how are you? I'm like, I'm okay. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed. The first 5 chapters of Little Women are moving really slow right now, and I know the poop must smell, but Beth is just really sick right now, and I don't know if she's gonna make it. Sorry, I was smiling at Zack. He took a picture of me. I found out something disappointing on Christmas. Can we pretend that it's close to Christmas time so that I can do? One time I did that joke and someone like went to his watch after I said that. I was like, yeah, I know, just pretend for a second. No, I found out that my grandpa donated $20 to Donald Trump. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like even politics aside, it's just kind of silly to give $20 to a billionaire, you know? Like, I feel like that'd be like if a homeless guy came up to you and then he's like, hey, here's $20. You'd be like, what? Just keep your money, you know? I don't. Also, my grandpa, he only gave me $10 for Christmas, so it's like, he likes Donald Trump more than me, you know? It's like, never cheated on my wife while she was pregnant, you know? I've never even met a porn star, seriously, yeah. Okay, I'll stop talking about porn, I guess. Actually, I did. I found out I have a lot of respect for people that sell photos of themselves on OnlyFans, because I wish I had the amount of confidence to look at myself up and down the mirror and be like, yep, that's $20 a month right there. That's it's gonna be paying the bills from now on. I don't know. I don't really understand people that purchase OnlyFans subscriptions, because I don't think I've ever been that horny online. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this for free anymore. This is too good. I better go get my credit card. This is so good. I gotta let the bank know about this. That's how this is. I don't know. I kind of want to work for SEFQ so I can call people that purchased OnlyFans subscriptions in the past month. Just be like, hey, this is SEFQ calling. We saw that you spent $200 on OnlyFans last month, and we just thought, there's no way that's real, so we'll just take that right off for you. And not a fan of motivational quotes. Yeah, there's this one quote I don't like, and it goes, God removes certain people from your life because he has heard conversations you haven't. It's like, oh, does that mean my great-grandma's talking shit about me? Is that what that means? Thought we were close. I didn't know. Thank you for laughing, Kyle. This is it's a big set for me, honestly. I'm feeling the pressure. People from work are here, so it's like if I bomb, I have to get a new job after this. And because you can't say you do comedy, then you bomb, and then you go to work and act like nothing happened. You know? That'd actually be the worst if everyone just acted like nothing happened, like they never saw it. Like, oh, whoa, you do comedy? I didn't know about that. It's probably gonna happen after. Like, you like fart sound effects a lot, don't you? Like, wasn't my choice. I used to work at Kroger. Yeah, working at Kroger is a lot more responsibility than I thought. Because at first I just thought my job was to get people their groceries. But it turns out our mission statement at Kroger is to feed the human spirit. So that's just a lot more pressure, you know? Like, I'll see a customer frowning and I won't even know where to start. Yeah, one time I saw a guy that was really sad in the cereal aisle. And I didn't know what to do, so I tried to tickle him. Yeah, but that just made him even more upset, and that's how I got written up for trying to tickle a guy at Kroger. That's how. I don't know. Kroger's weird. Yeah, they don't even give you a paid lunch, so they don't even really care that much about feeding your human body as much as your human spirit, really. Yeah, when I first started at Kroger, I had to watch a bunch of online training videos. And I feel like we started off a little too intense because the first video we had to watch was the active shooter training video. And I feel like we should just ease into that one a little bit. Like, we shouldn't be talking about potentially my last day at Croker. On the first day, you know, like, let me at least get a paycheck first before you tell me where to hide. I feel like that's fair. I don't know, it's also after every video, you have to take a short quiz after, and you have to get a 4 out of 5 on each quiz. That's even after like the harassment training video. And I feel like we can shoot for a 5 out of 5 on that one. I don't really think that's too hard, but I don't know. It's not like those videos really ever do anything. It's never like somebody gets fired for harassment and everybody's just like, oh man, I can't believe Jim would do something like that. I mean, he even got a 5 out of 5 on his sexual harassment training video. He just seemed like such a good guy. I don't know. I've been trying to stay positive. I feel like it's kind of depressing times, so I tried to Google happy. And the first thing that came up on Google was the happy face killer. And it's like, how is that the happiest thing we have right now? I know it is weird. I mean, kids are doing podcasting now. I feel like that's pretty sad, you know? The worst part about that is that it's actually like working quite well. Like kids are making a bunch of money off podcasting. You have like 12-year-olds with like Geico sponsorships. It's like, why are we giving the kids this much money to talk about chips? I don't know if we know the Foodie Boys. This is just my algorithm, I guess, but just kids eating chips, and then Allstate's like, here's $50,000 and Little Yachty is gonna go on this episode and promote his new album. It's like, what? They don't even. Podcasts are so popular. My cousin, he's in 7th grade. For Halloween, he was Joe Rogan. Isn't that? No, that's not true. But I feel like that could have happened. You know, I wouldn't have let my cousin be Joe Rogan for Halloween. I would have had a talk with him. This would be LeBron or something cooler, you know. And I had to get him a Barstool podcasting Lego kit for Christmas. That was. Okay, let's not get political. I'm sorry. I've heard a lot of talk about white privilege recently. Yeah, you know what sounds white privilege but isn't? Bubble bass. I think bass in general just kind of sound privileged because people are dying of thirst. And you're like, let me just soak my balls in water for 20 minutes. That seems like a good idea. Another thing that sounds white privilege but isn't? Escape rooms. So I think it's weird to wake up one morning, you're like, you know, I wish I was trapped right now. It's missing in my life. I try to be a nice guy. One nice thing I do is if I'm walking late at night and I see a woman behind me, I'll cross the street so that she can think that I'm scared of her. All right, that's everything. Thank you, guys. Where's Heath? Are you taking over for Heath? Oh.
Uh-oh, y'all. You thought it was over. We're starting back over from the start. Everybody's going back up one more time. No, just kidding. I actually have some very exciting news. We have an impromptu roast battle for you guys tonight. So I'm going to bring your roasters up to the stage. Welcome Heath Thornton and the tallest guy I know, Zack Schneider. Free roast. All right. We're gonna decide who goes first by crowd applause. Clap if you want Zack to go first. Clap if you want Heath to go first. All right, it's Zack. We're gonna stop it now. We gotta be out of here at 9:45 p.m. All right, Zack, you're up.
These are my roasting eyes. Heath, you look like Willy Wonka had a baby with his Oompa Loompas.
That was good, Zack. That was really good. Zack's major hobby in his life is gardening. Zack gardens, okay? Because it's ironic to garden when you can't grow anything on your head. It's an ironic hobby to have for Zack, I think. He's really trying to control what he can grow on his own terms. Zack, you bald freak. Zack, you look like a giant Amish baby. I didn't know he'd have the eyes.
Just for clear, is that one roast? All right. Brevity is not Heath's friend. All right. We're going to give it back to Zack.
Heath plays guitar. He's like Robert, never eaten any plants. He's like Neil Yuck. Neil Yuck.
All right, Zach's in the lead, y'all. I don't know.
Good one, Zack, you stupid fuck. Zack's reading comprehension is so low, he couldn't even finish the movie based on the book. Take that one, stupid.
I didn't know Zack was dumb. I thought he was smart. He has glasses. All right.
Heath looks like sewer Jesus. He only washes his hands when there's too much poop on them.
No comment.
Who did a yuck sound? That wasn't true. Someone went like, yuck. It's not true, okay? I don't do that. I don't poop on my hands. Stupids. Damn it. Sorry, I'm attacking you guys now. Zack, this is for you. Zack, I have a question. Do you think... Yeah, look at me with those dead eyes. You dead-eyed freak. Stop staring into my soul. Zack, would you say that you got your current position at work based on your looks? No. Yeah, I wouldn't say that either. What I'm trying to... I think Zack's ugly. Take that.
I just want to say, guys, Heath is locking in. First couple jokes, his note card was shaking like this. That time, he's like, Zack, you're ugly.
Heath's favorite food is pizza, which makes sense because he looks like a middle-aged mutant fat-ass turtle. Here you go, fatty.
Hey. I didn't think you meant me. I'm just saying.
I have good news, everybody. Zack, I have good news. Your grandmother is not a whore. It's good. That's good news. Zack, let me repeat, just in case you guys didn't hear me in the back. Zack's grandma is no whore. Because a whore does not give that toothy of a blowjob. Which is weird, because she's only got the one tooth. Zack's grandma is a professional carrot peeler. I fucked that up. Zack's grandma's not a whore.
Card's shaking again, guys. Card is shaking.
I think that was 5, but I'll do another one. Heath is like the tooth fairy, but instead of collecting teeth, he just gives pink eye. What now, Heath?
Not the best one to end on. I don't know.
I don't have a 6th joke. I didn't work hard to have one as bad as Zack just did. So I'm going to save face. I'm going to say this has been a very cordial roasting and that I have great respect for Zack and the other comedians. Let me read my last joke here. Zack, you stupid bitch. I have no wit any further. You are an asshole. Fuck you. I have never roasted before. Am I doing it correct? P.S. You suck. Fuck you. That's all.
All right, guys. All right. Now it's time for the most important part of the roast battle. We determine the winner. Let's hear it if you think Zack won. All right, that was 11 claps. Just kidding, I didn't count. Let's hear it if you think Heath won. That was too close. We're going to have to do one more tiebreaker clap vote round. All right. Let's hear it if you think Zack won. I need this to be definitive. You can't fucking cheer for yourself, dude. What are you fucking talking about? All right, last vote, I promise. Who thinks Heath won? Second go around. He's already shaking. All right, Heath won. We'll just have to do it another time. All right, that's it. There's no more stuff. Never mind. Sorry.
Thanks for coming. Thank you for hosting that. Thanks for coming out, everybody, sitting through our nonsense. We do this every month. Hey, we have a very special show. A headliner comedian coming in from Chicago the 28th, Thursday. It starts at 7 p.m. We got Venus the Flytrap doing a DJ set after the show, before the show. We have comedians. It's free. Come out to it. It's Chicago touring comedian Rebecca Jaffe. She's going to be here Thursday, the 28th of August. Come back. Thanks.